This is a global risk event,
Yeah.
and here the yen will always do well as a safe haven currency. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing huge risk aversion. It's been going on actually for months, but this last week or so it's really picked up again. And that's what we're going to have to follow for the next 2 weeks now.
Okay, so let's get to the crux of it. 23rd, yes or no, stay or go? What do you think?
Well, it becomes, I mean, I'm an optimist, and I think the British voters will turn around and vote yes. I think common sense will prevail when they have to put this cross. I think the
Common sense that means different things to different people.
Yes, I know. I know. This is me, my heart talking.
Okay.
I think, you know, the uncertainty is too big. I think people like to protest when they're being polled, but I do think when it gets to it, when they have to put the cross there, I do think.
Are Brits like that?
Well, I have faith in the younger generation. I mean, I have 2 children of voting age, and I think as far as they're concerned, many of the arguments don't actually register as far as they're concerned. They can't remember a time when Britain wasn't in the European Union.
And they're happy with the way things are. They want that to continue.
And that is exactly what
Are your kids representative, though, of that young demographic that's going to vote?
I think they are representative of that young demographics, because they have they have no preconceived ideas about, you know, what Britain was like before it actually went into the European Union. They love the idea of being able to travel freely within Europe, and they like to be able to work in Europe as well.
So, Jesper, on that bet here that the UK will stay, he thinks that right now the worst place to be is fixed income or bonds. You're an FX guy, I know, but would you agree?
Yes, I would. I mean, it couldn't be a more pure risk event. I think there are some asset classes that are definitely pumped up by QE and all this, but that's going to continue. I mean, this could actually mean that central banks are going to go more negative. It could mean more QE in the case of a Brexit, and that again will boost these bubble-prone asset classes.
You just said that it's highly unlikely that we will have a Brexit. So
I'm saying if.
Yeah, okay. And in that situation, what's going to happen is that sterling will actually rise in value again, and then at the moment,
a lot of people could get caught out.
Well,
with,
yeah, I mean,
with
10-year
short
gilts are
sterling, right?
1.2%.
Yeah.
I mean, I've read recently that hedge funds are now sitting with 20 to 30% cash. I mean, that needs to be deployed pretty quickly when things start looking better. And where do you go?
And where will it go?
Exactly.
Well, where will it go? Where will that 10 or 20% of cash go?
Well, I think as central banks are still struggling with growth, I think there will be more easing around the globe, and I think stock markets are going to EM stock markets.
Easing, including in Japan this week?
Not this week, I don't think so. I think, well, the effects of an easing will just disappear in case of Brexit. That's such a big event, so you might as well wait for afterwards.
Okay, hiking. David is actually one of these guys who actually thinks the Fed's going to go this week, is going to hike rates. Do you?
No, I don't. I think financial markets recently have proved to affect the Fed much more than we thought in the recent past, and I just think that it makes no sense to do it before.
July.
I mean, it could be their chance to get in before, but would it then be the right thing to do? I think they're too worried about it. July is definitely a possibility if we see job numbers pick up and the UK decides to remain.
But do you think the economic numbers suggest that they could, but they should go in June?
Are we going to get a 200 print the next
I think they easily could.
Yeah.
But I think they're worried about the effects of Brexit. And I think there's no reason not to wait. Why not wait till July? And why not wait maybe for the next job numbers?
Why not wait until July?
Why wait till July? If the economic numbers suggest that, you know, it's actually good to go now, why wait till July? Yeah, go now.
Yeah, but we know that the Fed are now focusing much more on global uncertainty than they used to. They cannot just argue this is a domestic, US domestic. You could argue they should, but I don't think that's what they've been doing. So my argument is not so much what I think they should be doing, but what I think they will be doing.